A good devach, a shavua tov. Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the laws of KASHRUS. And we said in the previous shir that according to the Torah, the only prohibition of a basar v'chalav, of meat and milk, is if it's following in the same way in which the pasuk, the verse is written. And that is that you have to have a domesticated kosher animal that is cooked in the milk of a domesticated kosher animal. And in that way, there are three prohibitions: the cooking, the eating, and the hana, and the benefit that one is going to get. But any other kind of animal, a non-domesticated animal or the like, or a non-kosher animal that is cooked even in the kosher milk or the non-kosher milk, over there you do not transgress the prohibition of basar v'chalav, of meat and milk, on a deraisa, on a Torah level. However, he writes, Ela shechachmeinu zal, our sages have taught us, or they were goyzer, they decreed, asru basar chaya v'oif v'achila midrabanan, even the flesh of a chaya, of a non-domesticated animal, or an oif, or a chicken, v'achila midrabanan, on a rabbinical level, that's also going to be asar, im this bashlo b'chalav, if it was cooked inside of milk. And so too, if you took the meat of a domesticated kosher animal and you cooked it in the milk of a chay, of a non-domesticated animal that is even kosher, says Rav Force, that is also within the gezer, within the decrees that Chazal, the sages, made, and that is going to be also, you will not be allowed to eat that. Amnam. However, they didn't see any need to make a decree on the flesh and the meat and the milk of a basar behema tameya, of the meat of an animal that is tameya, that is impure, that is not kosher, even though it's domesticated. Because it's already asa, you cannot eat that meat because it's a behema tameya, it's a non-kosher animal. So they did not make a gezerah of basar b'chalav in the meat of a non-kosher domesticated animal, because anyway, you are not allowed to eat that meat. Oid gazu, furthermore, they made a decree, shalalavash basar oif, you're not allowed to cook the meat of a chicken or of any other kind of a bird, chaya ubehema tameya, or of a non-domesticated animal, or a behema tameya, or a non-kosher animal, b'chalav, in milk, mishum maris ayin. You would not be able to cook that in milk. It sounds like over here, the milk of that is tahara, because that's maris ayin, that looks bad. They can't tell the difference between the meat that you are allowed to cook in milk and the meat that you're not allowed to cook in milk. And therefore they said it's all going to be prohibited in that case to be able to cook it, because we don't want anybody to make mistakes. So it comes out at the end of the day that the Issa Deraisa, the Torah prohibition, is any domesticated kosher animal in the milk of any domesticated kosher animal. The gezeres that Chazal made were that if you have the flesh of a chayav oif, of a non-domesticated animal that is kosher, and you have that of an oif, of a bird, that's going to be also to cook in chalav. You're not going to be allowed to cook that in milk, because over there, what is the concern? The concern is that since that we deal with them as flesh and as meat, and other people will see that you're cooking it in milk, they won't be able to discern between the two. Therefore, that is going to be asur as well. So it's going to come out basically that almost every single type of meat you will not be able to cook in milk, unless, of course, it is the non-kosher animal and the non-kosher milk. There you don't have to worry about it. There's no prohibitions over there. Everything else, though, there is a gezerah on, you will not be able to do. Tomorrow, Be'ez Hashem, we will speak about bagels and lox. Cream cheese and lox, if you're allowed to put cheese and milk together, is that included in the prohibition that we have either midaraisa or derabanan, that you're not allowed to cook meat and milk at the same time. Stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow, Be'ez Hashem.